Hello there. Welcome to the channel. What? What? In the last video, I got through the base game and launched a rocket into space for the first time. And now, we will establish a base in space and travel to other planets to satisfy our hunger for ruining local fauna. The universe will be ours, so let's not delay the inevitable and begin our colonization of space. To go anywhere in space, we will need to research thrusters, which requires space science, so I spent some time figuring out everything and eventually I put together this fuck-ass platform. Now that the first space science was automated, we can research way more things, and the first thing I researched is the logistics systems. I can use this to upgrade my defenses and automate them, but for now, we have more important things to do. Making fuel for our thrusters is pretty easy, and we finally researched a planet. Don't really know how that works. Wouldn't it make more sense to send satellites from voyages and discover planets that way? Anyway, I'm getting distracted. What matters is that now we can travel to other planets. We've discovered planet Gleba, a swampy planet. I've heard myths of a mysterious black man waging war against the alligators. I don't know, I guess I'll find the truth myself. Well, that's what I would have done, but my dumbass made so many mistakes that I didn't even travel 1,000 kilometers. The reasons were, I didn't stockpile enough thruster fuel and my platform is too fat. Lack of fuel and having to carry too much weight don't really work together to travel 15,000 kilometers. Well, change your plans. I decided to go after volcanoes because they have more things that I wanted, like artillery, cliff explosives, and turbo bells. So we need to change our platform. We need to reduce our weight before Parasinic eats the whole thing. Now that the platform weighs far less, and I have a little bit of fuel stockpile, let's begin on the voyage. There's just one thing I didn't realize. Asteroids. I didn't know that there would be asteroids in the path, so my ship constantly got damaged. Thankfully, my ship was chunky enough to just tank the whole thing and we made it to volcanoes regardless. So, let's head down and see what's happening down there. Now starting on volcanoes, you tend to basically start with the basics. I would have done that, but I got a little impatient and started to just load a previous save and just bring others with me. I know, I'm sorry, okay, you can shame me, but I just didn't want to start from the very beginning, okay? I'm sorry. I sent some resources up to the space platform and also laser turrets to defend the platform against asteroids. They don't take any ammo, so I thought they would be pretty good defense system, but I didn't know at the time that asteroids are very resistant against laser damage. On this planet there are some new and old materials. One thing I noticed is that you don't need to have any refineries to get sulfuric acid since there's some lying around. So I set up a ton of pump jacks to collect it. The new resource is calcite. It is the way we will be able to get any kind of oil or water on this planet. Our second new resource is tungsten. For now, we can only get them through mining rocks to make tungsten carbide, which can make foundries that will make a lot of our basic materials. Pollution doesn't really matter on this planet cause I mean just look at this planet. Now how does one get access to water in a place like this? Well, we're gonna have to go back to calcite and sulfur. We can put calcite sulfur acid into a chemical plant and use acid neutralization to make steam. Then we can put the steam into another chemical plant to make water using steam condensation. And finally, water. Heavy oil is pretty easy to get your hands on. Just connect calcite, coal, and sulfuric acid and you have heavy oil which you can refine into other things. Now, how do we get basic things like iron and copper? Well, we can't get them in a normal way by just mining iron or copper ore. Instead, we can use a vast amount of lava near us to feed calcite and lava into a foundry which will make it into molten iron and stone, which we can feed into another foundry which will turn it into normal iron plates, and the process is the same for copper. As for the stone byproduct, we can just get some of it to concrete production and throw the rest into the lava. I decided that I wanted to go for a build design for all the resources. So I made a system where the forges would keep making molten materials and then I would place forges in another place to make things like iron, copper, and all that stuff. Now, the main enemies on this planet are the demolishers. Big fuck off worms that can destroy an entire base in seconds. I needed to expand my territory so that I can begin on getting a rocket ready and creating metallurgic science pack. So I got some ammo and tried to fight a demolisher. Okay, let's try poison grenades. What? Turns out their healing ability is so good that it is impossible to kill them on your own. Honestly, I don't know what I was expecting. Then I realized their resistance. I forgot to bring my fighting suit, but I realized that it's not like it was gonna do anything anyway since the Demolisher has 100% laser resistance. So I did some research. What the fuck? Okay, we need a lot of gun turrets, red ammo, and poison grenades. Okay, I have everything. Let's do it. Okay, now that we have more territory at our disposal, let's expand. Another resource we need is tungsten ore, but 2 demolishers are occupying that spot, so we use the same method. Okay, this method tends to be kinda RNG, but I was able to take over in the end anyway. To mine tungsten, we'll need these massive mining drills. The only problem with these is that it can be kinda hard to get a lot of output. I'll try to figure out to increase the output later, but for now, this'll do. Anyway, it's time to go into the lab and make a layout to make tungsten carbide and plate.
There go another player tip. You gotta kill yourself.
Okay, I'm back, and I'll come back with a design. So it's time to work on getting metallurgic science. Once I get both tungsten carbide and plate, the recipe for the science is pretty easy. So we finally have our hand on artillery. The final step for my defenses, a novice. Now I want to talk about my thoughts on this planet. It's honestly pretty interesting. I thought about how I can use Forger back at home, but honestly, I don't know how I'm gonna get the lava, so that is off the menu for now. I mainly chose this planet for cliff explosives and artillery. I'll work on automating deliveries and spend some time on the lab figuring out spaceships and figure something out. But apart from that, I finally got my hands on metallurgy science, so that's a thumbs up for me. Okay, bye.